And Black American people, can y'all please stop talking about what the white man is doing to hold y'all down? I got friends who couldn't afford tissue growing up, so they used to go in the bush and use a leaf to wipe their doo-doo, their shit. Where are they from? Country, Jamaica. And all of them just bought their girl Benzes this year. Wait, I don't know if all of them was wiping their doo-doo with leaf, but all of them came from nothing and all of them got their girls Benzes this year. And it's not about the Benz or the bags. The point is, life in other countries is harder than it is in America. Immigrants come here and have it harder than you as an American, and they still make it happen. Talking about what the white man did to you still if you don't. And girls, I hate when you say I had to become a stripper, I had to sell pum pum because life was hard. I'm a Jamaican woman. I chose to stand up in the hot sun and sell water to get capital to start my business. Because I can go back home and see what real hard life is. So I'm grateful for every opportunity I have in this country. And many of us successful immigrants, we didn't have food stamps, Section 8, none of that. And we got more than you in your country. So stop talking about what the white man is doing to hold you down. You're holding yourself down with your mindset. You're unstoppable, king and queen. They can't hold you down.
I'm gonna speak for my whole country. Love Jamaica, but I think quite a few Jamaicans think that you guys play the victim a lot. Like outside looking in, it's like, gosh, them complain about everything. Look how much opportunity them have. Look how them can work. Look how them can buy $1 burger. $1 burger, and them over there complain. And that is how I was preconditioned. If I'm being totally honest, they're like, Shantae, don't go over there and waste the opportunity. Don't go over there and start complaining. Work for your own, focus on that. So that's always been my mindset. We're so focused on just making it. I really want to emphasize that. But sometimes when you just are focused on, you have to eat, you know, think say somebody I touch you. You know, think say, I'm gonna have the right temperature. I'm hungry. What y'all gonna do?
It is our job, or it's everybody's job, to be able to grow up and be able to see through other lenses and other perspectives.
So this Jamaican woman basically said that the way they view us, not the whole country, but a lot, enough. The collective is that we just complain a lot. If Black Americans didn't complain, y'all wouldn't have no fucking opportunity to come over here. Y'all wouldn't be able to work if we didn't complain. If we just sat down and took everything that was given to us, if we stayed in shackles, if we stayed with Jim Crow, if we stayed walking outside potentially getting lynched and getting pop out in the street with no consequence, if we didn't fight back, if we didn't complain, y'all wouldn't be able to come over here and ride off the back of all of the things that we fought and complained about. Now, I know that this really annoys me because y'all really come over here and y'all don't recognize that y'all are only able to come over here because of the work that Black Americans put in. Because of the strife, because of the blood, sweat, and tears. I feel like I'm saying the same thing continuously over and over, video by video, because y'all don't get it. Why do you think you could come over here and get an opportunity? How are you even able to conceive of an opportunity here? It's because you saw people with your same hue of complexion being successful. If Black Americans just laid down and took it and didn't say nothing and was in good yes men and good slaves and good bootlickers like y'all want us to be, like how y'all are in y'all's countries, that's why y'all still colonized, can't even go to y'all's beaches. If we was like that, you wouldn't be able to bring your Jamaican ass over here to get a better life. There would be no resources here for you. I feel like y'all literally need to be saying thank you. Y'all need to be saying thank you. It gets to a point. It gets to a point. And y'all swear y'all work so much harder and y'all are so much better and the model minorities and the better blacks. Why y'all don't apply all of that hard work? All of that we so better. All of that we don't complain. Why y'all don't apply that to building up your own countries? I don't understand. If y'all are so much better, y'all work so much harder. Y'all just work. Why not work and apply that? It should, since you just work so hard, shouldn't that apply to where you live at? Shouldn't you be able to apply that same hard work ethic to building up your own country? Because if Johnny had 5 apples, I feel like this is just another way of looking down on Black Americans to say we're better. All they do is complain. They don't appreciate anything. Y'all act like people just, like white people just woke up one day and said, oh my God, I think I feel like being a good white today. We're going to just free the slaves. I feel like being a good white today. We're going to just give them all of these benefits. We're going to just allow them to go to college. We're going to just, oh my God, I feel like being a good white. We're just going to let these people walk around freely and have opportunity. No, we had to fucking fight and work. that we just got these opportunities magically, like they just magically fell out of the sky. Like somebody just gave us something. It's a big misconception that somebody just gave Black Americans something. We had to work. I just uploaded a video from a woman in 1968. They were burning down 40 to 50 churches, bombing them in the 60s. That's not that long ago. They was lynching us in the streets in the 1900s. They was eating us in this country. The fact that we fought and stood up and complained is the only reason why immigrants could bring their asses over here right now and have a better life. We paved the way. It's enough. The disrespect, the disregard. Spread love is the Brooklyn way, child.
As someone who has Black American roots and Caribbean roots, I'm really tired of people who are not Black American trying to tell us how we should feel about certain things when they don't have the same experience here as us.
It is funny you say that. Well, as a Jamaican who has African roots and Jamaican roots, I am really tired of people who are not Jamaicans trying to tell us how we should feel about certain things when they don't have the same experience as us. Do you see that there's another perspective? And do you even care that there's another perspective? Let me guess. No. Let's carry on.
At the end of the day, I didn't live under the oppressor for generations. We did as African Americans. And then on top of that, my grandparents was the ones who was doing the civil rights movement to allow other Black people from foreign countries to even be here.
Salute to your grandparents, and I hope you follow in their footsteps, bro. But Marcus Garvey, a born Jamaican, was a civil rights activist that started the Negro Improvement Association and African Communities League. Salute to Marcus Garvey as well.
That's no shade, that's no xenophobia, but that's the truth. I also want to add that my grandfather was a first-generation immigrant. And this isn't to be divisive, but I said what I said. I'm tired of other African groups and other Caribbean groups trying to come for African Americans when y'all don't even know the full experience of what it means to be African American.
Come on now, that was definitely shade. Let's keep it funky. But moving on. You are right. If I was attacked, I would definitely defend myself, but I wasn't attacking anybody. I created a piece of content that included a white lady based on my culture. Okay, she spoke in the Jamaican dialect with some fake dreadlocks, which I own because it was my idea. And some Black Americans, they said it was racist, and it was, what's the word I'm looking for? Cultural appropriation. And as a person belonging to that culture, I simply said, please do not gatekeep my culture. And now we are here. Let's continue.
I've literally had a Jamaican who has like 5 kids, living in the projects, on welfare, kids not taken care of, trying to call African Americans lazy. No shade, but the audacity.
Now, this is where the xenophobia is. You understand me? And the shade, hella shade. But I agree, the audacity of that Jamaicans. Jamaicans are known to spread their seeds like wildfire. We need more discipline. I'll agree with that. But listen, Black Americans need to realize that Black people outside of America cannot look at life through your lenses. Okay? We cannot. We have a different experience. What we can do is learn of your trial and errors, your heartache and pain. We have to be on our P's and Q's when we see certain things. Now, me living in America for over 10 years, I've definitely experienced racism, and I'm sure every other Jamaican experienced it as well. All right? We're not coming for anybody. Well, some Jamaicans were and some Black Americans were, but me personally, I don't have a problem with you guys. Never will. Okay? Just leave our culture alone. That's it.
Today's conversation touches on a topic that sparks strong emotion across Black diaspora. Are Black Americans playing the victim, or they are dealing with a unique historical bond that immigrants simply did face? Welcome back to Truth Verdicts. Before we begin, credit goes to the creators of the Stitches video and commentator whose argument inspired this discussion. This documentary is presented for educational commentary, analysis, and public debate. Grab your coffee, sit back, and let's break it down.
Now, I'm not sure what made her make that video. I'm not sure if somebody got into her head. I don't know what that's about, but let's read, okay? When immigrants come to America, they gain pathways to residency, like lawful permanent resident status for visa holders, access to employment, education, and potentially various federal/state public benefits, like SNAP, Medicaid, housing help. Through eligibility varies greatly by immigration statuses, time in the U.S., and state rules with specific support for refugees. Cash, job training, English classes, differing from other newcomers. They also find new freedoms, control opportunities, and the chance for social mobility. Though they may face challenges like learning English or adjusting to new laws. Legal pathways. Immigrants varies lead to lawful permanent residency, a green card, eventually U.S. citizenship, granting permanent stay and boarding work eligibility. Access to wide range jobs, though some are restricted to citizens. Who? The European citizens? Access to public schools, often with ESL, English as second language programs, and direct assistance like cash aid, job placements, English language, well, we already know that part, right? Or office refugee resettlement. Healthcare, access to emergency Medicaid, CHIP, and sometimes state-funded programs, with many states expanding coverage for children and pregnant people. Community, integration into diverse communities, religious organizations, and immigrant support networks. This is what immigrants get for free, okay? Immigrants, depending on their status, qualified or not, and location, can get free or low-cost access to essential services like emergency medical care, immunization, and school meals, breakfast/lunch. Some may qualify for health coverage, food assistance, or cash aid, especially if they are refugees, or meet specific state criteria, but many federal benefits have waiting periods or status requirements. Now let's see what Black Americans get for free. Black Americans are not automatically entitled to any goods or services for free, solely based in their race. Instead, they, like all U.S. citizens, may be eligible for various government assistance programs based on financial needs, and in some specific local cases are being considered for reparations to add historical injustice. Now, reparations was given to Africans, it was given to the Chinese, it was given to the Hindustanians, and for some reason, we're paying for the Holocaust. But you can't pay the Black Americans. Shit. Okay? Eligibility for programs is determined by income and need, not race, right? Through African Americans are disproportionately represented among recipients due to systematic economic disparities. But didn't it just say right here it's not because of race? But right here you're telling me it's because of who we are. So it's because of race. What does it say? California cash assistance programs for immigrants provide cash aid. What? But I can't even get cash aid? But you're providing that to immigrants? But I can't get cash aid. Me, somebody who was born, raised, somebody who works very hard, who has a heart condition, who can't work, who does work because they have no choice. But you're giving them shit for free. Money for free, though. Yeah, bitch, you need to shut your motherfucking mouth. What this say right here? Including lower wages, higher poverty rates, and less wealth accumulation due to historical and ongoing racism, leading to unequal access to housing, healthcare, and economic opportunities, despite significant recent gains in some areas like employment. So, bitch, what was you saying? Wait, let me go back.
And it's not about the Benz or the bags. The point is, life in other countries is harder than it is in America. Immigrants come here and have it harder than you as an American, and they still make it happen. They buy more land than you, and they don't.
You want to talk about how y'all come out here, get more land, work hard, blah, 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 when y'all get shit for fucking free? Y'all get shit for free. When these people haven't even paid my motherfucking people what the fuck they owe them. Now, right here, they're telling you that they select immigrants based off of how high their education is, right? How they're smarter and everything of the sort. But Black American women consistently cited as the most educated demographic in the U.S. The most. Okay? Top the Asians, top the Mexicans, top the Hindu, whatever the fuck you want to call them. We top them all. All of them. What this say right here? What to say, Black women are notable for being the most educated group by rate of college enrollment and degree, okay, in the United States, of all races, among all races and genders, What they say down here, according to data from the National Center of Education Statistics, black women enroll in and complete college at a higher rate than any other group, including white men, white women, and Asian women. But y'all said that we're stupid, we're dumb, we're unintelligent, we're who would blah, do would blah, do would blah. Right, bitch? And then this bitch want to talk about land like our land wasn't fucking taken from us. Bitch, are you goofy or you dumb? What? Yes, black Americans' lands was taken through systematic injustice and theft. Bitch. Paper genocide, dumb fuck. Next time you want to pop shit, make sure you know what the fuck you talking about. And don't come up here talking about some immigrant this, immigrant that, bitch. You're a fucking goofy. A fucking goofy. Let's read this shit, shall we? How much land was taken from black Americans and why? All right? How much land was taken from black Americans? What? Tens of millions acres? What? Tens of millions of acres? Huh? You want to come up on here talking about some how y'all own more land than us, bitch? Our shit was stolen, dumb fuck. Black Americans briefly became the fastest land-owning group in the South in the 1800s, okay? By 1910, black Americans owned about 15 million acres of land, mostly farms, mostly inherited, and mostly paid for in cash, bitch. Man, black owners' land shit was collapsed about 2 to 3 million acres. That means over 10 to 12 million acres were stolen or forced out of black hands. So, bitch, like I said, this video's done for. I'm not finna keep going on and on with you. But next time you want to talk about black Americans, put some motherfucking respect on our motherfucking name. Because we're the reason y'all motherfuckers could come up over here and get shit for motherfucking free. Dumbass bitch. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth and wash it out with motherfucking soap. Since you want to copy Nicki Minaj, bitch. Wash your mouth out with soap, Roman. Stop playing with me. Stop.
Recently, a Jamaica argued that black America complained too much about racism and what the white man has done to hold them back. Our argument was simple. Immigrants arrive in America with little or nothing, and some come from extreme poverty. They work hard, save money, start businesses, buy homes, and build wealth. According to her, if immigrants can succeed despite the obstacle, then black Americans should stop blaming history and start focusing on personal responsibility. It's an argument that many immigrants from Jamaica, Nigeria, Ghana, and other countries have echoed for years. But is it that simple? Let's examine both sides.
Black poverty ain't the same as African poverty. Right. It ain't the same as Caribbean African poverty. It ain't the same as Brazilian African poverty. Our poverty is damn near middle to upper class in most other places in the world. Yeah. Do you understand me? And so because we don't have it as bad as other people, we think we winning when we losing. We think we winning when we lose.
Is that why, you know, when the Africans or the Caribbeans come over here and they be like, yo, you know what? Y'all got it easy. Like, you know what I mean? Y'all just being lazy.
Compared to what they come from.
Right, yeah.
And when they come, they take advantage of whatever they can do. So they'll work at the taxi. They'll work at the airport security, right? And they'll save that money and they will send it back home. Many of them come over there to hustle and to send the money back home. And I don't have no problem with them doing that. You understand? But what I do need the African immigrant brother and sister to understand, America will give you opportunity that she will never give me because you are not a threat. You can be 100%. Deported whenever they feel like it. True. You can be stripped of your American citizenship or your green card whenever they feel like it. They can strip me of my citizenship, but where do they send me? Nowhere. We are the only people that cannot be deported. And that's why America can't stand us, even though she's the reason she can't get rid of us.
Even though I want to disagree with you, I get where you're coming from. When I see black people talking about racism, all that stuff, I'm like, what is wrong with these people? You guys have food, you have EBT, all this thing, and you're here shouting about somebody is racist too. Just leave that person and move on. I feel that way. Like, why are they always like complaining? But when Black Lives Matters started happening, like, I sat down, I said, I need to actually know why these people are pained. And if we look at the history, what they've done to them, like if you actually sit down, watch some documentaries, how they were maltreated, I don't think if I'm actually Bonnie, I will forgive those people. I don't care. It's easier for us Africans that were raised in Africa to feel like they're complaining because we were raised through struggle. Like I barely even have water, and you have water, you are complaining. But then it's not about the basic necessity or about how we are raised. We are raised like, I don't want to say way better. We might not have resources, but there are some way, like our own people will not look down on us or put us behind. So it's in they're nurtured that way. Like they just can't overlook it. And if you sit down and watch everything that the forefathers have been through for real, I changed my mind. No, they need to be angry. However, they should still move forward.
Many immigrants arrive in America after experiencing conditions that most Americans cannot imagine. Some grew up without reliable electricity, some lacked clean water, some attended overcrowded schools, while others survived political instability and economic hardship. When they arrive in America, even low-paying job can seem like opportunity compared to what they left behind. Many immigrants work multiple jobs. They drive taxi, work airport security, clean offices, work overnight shifts, save aggressively, and often send money back home to support entirely family. Their mindset is often built around sacrifice and survival. To them, America represents opportunity. And from that perspective, hearing Americans complaining about their circumstances can sometimes sound ungrateful. That's where the crisis often begins. But Black Americans argue that this comparison ignores one critical fact. Immigrants came to America voluntarily. Black America didn't. Their ancestors were brought here through slavery. For centuries, they built wealth they were never allowed to keep. After slavery ended, new systems emerged. Segregation, voting suppression, housing discrimination, employment discrimination, mass incarceration. The argument isn't simple about individual racism. It's about systems that accumulated advantage for some group while creating disadvantage for others. Many Black Americans point to the land thefts as an example. By early 90s, Black Americans have acquired millions of acres of farmland across the South. Over time, much of that land was stolen through violence, intimidation, discriminating, legal manipulation, and government policy. Generational wealth that could have been passed down disappeared. When people speak about starting from nothing, Black Americans often respond, "We didn't start from nothing, we built something, then it was taken." That distinctions matter. One of the strongest arguments in this debate is that poverty and dispossession are not the same thing. An immigrant may come from a poverty country and arrive with little money, but they arrive with their identity intact, their history intact, their culture intact, their family lineage intact. Black America argued that slavery and segregation didn't create poverty. They disrupt families, erase cultural connection, stripped generations of opportunity to accumulate wealth. The result is a unique historical experience that does not perfectly compare to immigrants' experience. At the same time, there is another uncomfortable truth. Many immigrant communities do achieve remarkable success. Why? Because many immigrants who enter legally are often selected based on education, skills, professional qualification, or family sponsorship. They may arrive with some strong support network. Many comes with clear economic goal. Many are willing to accept job and sacrifice that others may reject. This doesn't mean success is guaranteed, but it does mean the starting conditions are often different than the public conversation acknowledge. Perhaps the biggest mistake in this debate is assuming that one group's struggles cancel out another group's struggle. It doesn't. Immigrants can face enormous hardship. Black Americans can face the consequence of historical injustice. Both reality can exist at the same time. Acknowledging one does not erase the other. The challenges comes when people begin competing over who suffer most, because suffering isn't a competition. The real question is whether American system creates equal opportunity for everyone today, and that's where the debate continues. One commentator made a striking observation. He argued that immigrants can receive opportunity that Black America did not, because immigrants are not viewed as the same historical challenge to American power structure. He said immigrants can be deported, their visa can expire, their status can change, but Black Americans cannot be removed because they are an inseparable part of American history. Whether people agree or disagree with that argument, it raises an important question. Does America treat descendants of slavery differently than other groups? If so, how? That's a conversation worth having honestly and respectively. The truth is that this debate isn't really about Jamaica versus Black Americans or African versus Black Americans. It's about understanding different experiences within the global Black community. Some arrive seeking opportunity, while others are born into a system shaped by centuries of history. Both stories matter. Both deserve to be heard. And both deserve to be understood. Because division only benefits those who profit when people fight each other instead of addressing large issues. At Truth Verdict, our goal isn't to tell you what to think. It's to give you the facts and the perspective and the context so you can decide for yourself. Now, we want to hear from you. Do you agree that Black Americans face unique challenges because of American history? Or do you believe success is merely determined by personal mindsets and individual choices? Drop your thoughts in the comment below. Let's have a responsible conversation. If you enjoyed this breakdown, please don't forget to like this video, share it with your family and friends, and subscribe to Truth Verdict for more thoughtful, provoking documentary and discussion. Until next time, stay informed, stay curious, and keep seeking the truth.